On this episode of Beyond the Band, I sit down with not one, but two bands. The first band is relationship-oriented punk band HOUSEWARMING Party. They are a local Utah band, all about having fun and drowning your sorrows in the dollar menu. The second band I sit down with formed in 2015 and is attracting the attention of listeners as well as bands such as Safety Suit with their hit Genesis. Their music embodies raw and real emotions that are very relatable, ultimately helping them gain momentum. It's all up next, right here on Beyond the Band. Kydee Stillman here with Beyond the Band, and on today's show, HOUSEWARMING Party. How y'all doing? Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into this. What is your band about? I know it's a little bit relationship-oriented, but it's kind of got a sad vibe to it.
Well, it's relationship-oriented punk because it's basically about my experiences in the dating world and how sucky it is. Yeah.
We can't let him have a successful relationship, otherwise we wouldn't have any material.
Seriously, though.
So is the band what gets in the way of you in your relationships? Is that what it is?
I wish. So I would just drop out of the band. No, just kidding. Yeah, but I mean, like my dating experience has kind of been like connections and disconnections, where I think it's gonna go a certain way and it doesn't. And it's been hard. Unlike Jordan and Ridge, so they met their soulmates. I'm the only one that hasn't.
Well, tell him to help you, hook you up.
Seriously.
I was like on his Tinder yesterday trying to swipe and everything, but I guess we don't have the same taste in women.
No.
So.
Tell us your album name,
Jordan.
what it's about.
So the album's called Get Fast Food and Stay Inside. We're definitely very excited about it.
So why get fast food and stay inside? Like we kind of talked about, like that's kind of, you eat your feelings, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Scotty.
You don't get a body like this unless you eat your feelings. But yeah, I mean, like, for example, like on Friday nights and stuff like that, everyone's got like stuff to do. Like they go out with their wives and stuff like that. And then I'm like, okay, well, you're doing your own thing. Well, I'll do my own thing too. I'll get stuff off the dollar menu and sit in my apartment all night playing guitar.
And Snapchat, right?
It's Snapchat in my room by myself. Then everyone will know I'm a loser. But yeah, like the whole, like literally like all the lyrics, like to the album, where they're me like home on home on Friday night or something like that, or in the shower walking to and from school, just like chilling by myself thinking about life.
Sweet.
The Get Fast Food and Stay Inside, it's a lyric that comes from the first song, Everglades. And on our t-shirts that we just got, it says like, you ask me what I'll do tonight, I'll get fast food and stay inside.
Yes.
It's just a cool lyric, it's funny. So, and then there's like pizza, hamburger, and a 44-ounce soda. So that's all he drinks.
Yeah, well actually I made a commitment to myself that for 1 month I would not drink any soda or eat any sweets. So I drink like 44-ounce sodas like every single day. And I'm just like, oh, well, I hope doctors are coming up with a cure to whatever terrible disease I'm getting from drinking all this diet soda. But yeah, I'm off it for a while.
Right. So what was the writing process for you guys with this album?
Definitely different than the last album. Like we have a 10-song album, Between Two Mountains. It's kind of a little bit, it's not as big of a production as this one or anything like that, but with that one, we kind of, both of us wrote some songs, and then we brought it to the band, and we just kind of formulated it. With this one, he wrote all the songs. He brought them to us, like, just on acoustic guitar, and then he put in his drum parts. I helped with, like, him and I kind of did a lot of the writing of not the lyrics, but the songs, like the composing the song in general. So basically, he's the lyrics, and then we all just kind of pitched in for the music.
Like, I write the lyrics, he makes sure they don't suck, and then Jordan makes the songs cool and gives them energy.
That's the beat.
Seriously though,
I just sit there and think for a while what sounds good and just do it.
Jordan's the master drummer.
I was going to say, so you start with the lyrics, and then Ridge said he had a couple guitar parts wrote out with your lyrics, and then you take them to Ridge. Is there any time that Jordan gets to start a song with just the drums, or like, hey, I have this cool drum part, like, can we put this in a song?
No, we did with, what's the last one again?
Teeny Pinks.
Teeny Pinks. There's a really cool drum part that I had in my head for a long time that I used on that song, and I think it turned out really good.
Was it hard to persuade these guys to be like...
No, they were like, wow,
Like,
Like,
yes.
what just happened?
We almost scrapped that song until
Yeah, we
we
almost
had the
scrapped it
drums.
I couldn't stop laughing because without the drum part, it totally sounds like the Tarzan theme song. And so he was playing it.
Can you show me?
And then he got so discouraged. He was like, I don't know if I want to play this anymore. And I was like, no, I have this cool thing I want to do. And he's like, all right.
Jordan convinced me. I heard that. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Coming up after the break, Housewarming Party tells us where their inspiration for relationship-oriented songs and videos comes from.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
So I did watch your guys' video, the pacing.
Yeah.
I like that. Is
Yeah.
that a real life scenario? Or is that just or based off a real life thing that happened? Did Ridge ever
No.
take a girl from you?
As far as I know, no.
That's a little personal. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I don't think it's based off anything real. We just kind of wanted to portray kind of his dating life because it's happened with other people where like he's been on a date or something and then the next day he sees this girl with another dude. So we just kind of want to portray that. And it just so happens that it'd be funnier if like Jordan and I were the ones taking the girls from him. So.
Right. Did you guys produce that music video yourself? Like, did you film it?
Uh-huh.
Or who was in
100%.
all of you? So it's just
So
you
yeah,
and you.
Scotty and I wrote like the storyboard. We just had the idea. Jordan also helped.
I showed up.
He was
Yeah,
there.
he showed up.
He played drums.
And then my wife Shelby, she filmed it all. We rented a studio in downtown Salt Lake. It was just really cool. And we did it all in one day.
Yeah.
The
Right on.
filming and the editing, everything was done in one day. So.
What worked out?
Yeah.
And it very well describes like what your music is all about, which I love because there's so many people that have. I'm pretty sure everybody who's dated has a bad dating experience of, eating off the dollar menu because they're so sad to go home from the date that failed.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Dude,
Mickey D's that one
Dollar
time.
Menu is
just,
my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I love that your music inspires people who have problems, or I guess I shouldn't call them problems, but had
No, it's
problems dating.
issues. You got problems. Yeah.
And I
There
feel
we
like,
go.
I was gonna say it seems very, very relatable, especially I was watching your stuff. I'm like, it's hilarious, but at the same time, it's so sad.
Yeah.
You guys take it and you take this sad thing and turn it more comical.
Something we try to do with our music too is they're kind of sad themes and sad topics, but we like to make it a little more poppy, a little happier in the music because it is a relatable thing, but we don't want people to listen to our music and feel sad. Like our whole thing is energy and fun. That's what we want our shows to be. We focus everything around our live show. Like we want people just to go to our show and just have a blast, and go home and be happy.
Find out what advice Housewarming Party has for newer bands. Up next.
We'd do anything for kids.
Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Do you guys have any advice for people trying to make their own band or get out there and make their own videos and music?
Okay, don't trust anyone to do anything for you. Like I'm dead serious. Like we're like 100% DIY. Like the only help we've gotten are like from friends and stuff. But like we recorded ourselves. Like Ridge is just like, I don't want to pay for a studio. Let's just record ourselves. He bought some mics and stuff, got some software, and like we record ourselves and like. You guys will see, like, every album will get progressively better quality as Rich gets better at mixing and mastering and recording. And then, like, all our, like, shirts and stuff like that, we, shelled out the money and we did ourselves, and then we, I don't know. I feel like don't trust anyone to do things for you. Like the music video, too. It turned out really well.
You're the only one that knows exactly what you want with your band. So, like, I just didn't feel comfortable giving it to a studio and saying, here, like, because it's our creation, right? And within mixing, recording, mastering, there's a lot more creation involved there that is in addition to just the songwriting and the composing of the songs. So I wanted to be able to have my own creative domain there. Same with the shirts, the hats, the music video. Like, we wanted to be in control. I'm a control freak, so like I just wanted to be able to have my say in everything.
Now that I've sat down with Housewarming Party, it's time to sit down with Armors. Keep it right here to find out what it's like touring with a well-known band, such as Safety Suit.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
I got pregnant, and I was the main one working, so I did what I had to do to survive.
Sentía que la escuela no era para mí.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier.
My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person.
Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off.
Sentí como que si quiero cambiar el mundo, tengo que cambiar a mí primero.
I could not have gotten my diploma without my family.
Mi consejera, ella fue lo máximo para mí porque me ayudó mucho con todo.
I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Yeah, it's hard, but keep on going and keep on trying.
The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Kydee Stillman here from Beyond the Band. Joining me is Armors. So these guys are pretty rad. I just watched them perform live on stage. And Owen's got some cool dance moves, pretty rad. Sam, pretty good on the keys.
Pretty good.
Pretty good drummer. Although the thing that I hate about drummers is they're so far hidden in the back. It's like, where are you? Like, you stand out for being so small and then back, like, noticeable. So that's a compliment to you.
Big heart.
And you were pretty rad too. You did some bass and did some singing as well. Yeah. You want to do a little bit of that for us right now?
Nope.
No, he's done. The show is over, folks. Go home.
You're very shy.
So tell me about how you guys formed. You formed in 2015. And tell me about the process there.
Man, it is the result of a lot of, I think, trial and error. I think Sam's actually the best person to answer that question. You do a really good job with that question.
Olin and I were in various bands together since we were freshmen in high school and kind of just stuck with it for a while and slowly got more serious with it. Eventually we kind of picked up Cody as our bassist when we were playing a show with one of his friends, and he kind of just stumbled into our lives and didn't leave.
Oh.
You guys are so loving to each other, I've noticed. Like,
basically, I asked some young teenage boys out in the woods to film something.
Yeah, Cody's a videographer as well. And
Yeah.
we saw we had YouTube videos.
And they were out a bass player. I was like, I play bass. Yeah. And I filled in a few shows, and here I am.
Well, yeah, we had like these awful YouTube videos, and he saw them and felt sorry for us, I think, and was just like, I can do these guys a service, a solid, and he invited us out into the woods, and we played acoustic, and he filmed it, and
then he joined the band we were in then, and then kind of in 2015 we were like, Olin and I had been in this band since we were freshmen in high school. We needed to kind of change it up and start something new because there were too many bowl cut pictures online and
like really bad pictures,
preteen songs.
Yeah, we were like 13 when we first started. So.
Oh, wow.
And then we made Armors, and shortly thereafter found Gus.
Yeah. And how was it for you joining the band and helping them out?
It's been great. I first met Olin, I think, about a year or more before I made it into the band. He knew that I played drums, and I freelance and worked for a lot of different bands at home. And the time just came where they wanted to move up to a 4-piece and have Olin frontman full-time, and he asked me to join and be their official touring drummer.
Right on. So what's it like touring with Safety Suit?
Oh, man. It's been a lot of fun because they're such wonderful and nice guys, and they've been there for us pretty much every step of the way, always asking if we need anything. And Max, their tour manager, and just the whole group that they carry with them and the way that they conduct themselves is something that I think we've learned a lot from, and we're very thankful to them and lucky to be here. And we're going to do our best to not take it for granted and not waste the opportunity they've given us.
Right.
It's been the first time that we've actually toured extensively with one other band night to night, so we've really got an opportunity to get to know them pretty well, and just keep going with them on a tour rather than just see a band for one night and then move on to something else.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of our experience beforehand had just been a couple shows here and there with a band, and it has been great to form that relationship. And their fans are so cool.
Right.
That's kind of the big thing. Their fans are super nice, and it's been awesome to play for their crowds night after night.
So this is your first big tour that you're on then?
Yeah, most extensive by far.
All right. What's been one of the most challenging things so far for you guys being on this tour?
Gus almost dying.
Yeah, I've gotten really sick this tour.
Uh-oh.
I think I had 3 healthy shows, and then I got an upper respiratory infection
Is that contagious?
No,
Should we be worried?
No, not anymore.
I'm just kidding.
He basically came too close to a homeless guy in New Orleans when we were partying.
I don't know what happened.
It was that guy.
Black
we know
lung.
it was.
I'm thankful that I'm the only
tell.
one that got sick.
Right.
It was dirty.
It progressed all the way to pneumonia, so it's been pretty difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything for you guys, challenge-wise?
Oh, just Cody and Sam.
Cakewalk.
No, Cody and Sam have been really busting their asses as far as wearing a ton of
And
hats.
you're just over here sipping your tea.
I'm sipping the tea. I'm just trying to keep the voice intact. I haven't. It's our first real kind of tour, and so it's been a learning experience for us to figure out how to best, or at least for me, how to best preserve my voice and put on the best show every single night.
So how do you go ahead and preserve your voice then? Drinking tea? What else? What are your other methods?
I swig honey. It's really gross.
Chugs honey.
I chug it like none other. I try not to talk while we're in the bus or just when we're at the hotels or anything like that, even though I inevitably screw up and I end up talking because I'm such a smart ass, I guess. I don't know.
That's one way to put it.
That's one way to put it. It's just so just shutting up has been the biggest key, and lots of throat coat tea. Shout out for that young sponsorship. I drink way too much of it, and then the honey.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's probably nice for you guys. He's quiet. Too bad, Cody.
Awesome.
That's
He's
not
like,
the
"Hey,
same for
guys,
you.
I'm going on low power mode. I'll be quiet for a while." We're like,
Well, what do you do about Cody over here?
"Oh, they can't shut me."
Yeah, you're like a little firecracker.
Cody speaks enough for all of them.
Yeah.
Then he'll just like text me, "When are we stopping next?"
So you guys have an EP out. You want to talk about that at all? Tell me a little bit about it. And what some people who haven't heard you guys can expect to hear.
Yeah, I mean, we dropped an EP in what, January?
A little more than a year ago.
Yeah, a little more.
A little over a year ago. It was self-released, completely on our own, no real PR or anything, and it just kind of organically grew and developed like these little factions of fans all over the country. And we've been in contact with them for a long time, but it wasn't like enough to bring us out there on our own headline. So it's finally like it developed into something we never really thought it would be. We actually recorded it with Adam Castillo of The Colorists, and you're familiar with that band. Another Orange County band we met at Firefly, and it kind of built us up into who we are now. I mean, created a platform for us to continue. And I think the singles just pushed us over to get us onto a support tour. So.
Right, and one of those singles is Genesis.
Correct.
Safety Suits actually told us that kind of the main reason we're on that tour is because they like Genesis a lot.
Yeah.
Right. You want to talk about like why they like that song, why they're specifically drawn to it? Do you guys know, or have they?
Well, Doug was telling me this was outside the venue in, I think it was St. Petersburg. It was one of the first few shows of the tour, and he was telling me that our band, and specifically that song, was like the 25th or 26th submission that they'd gone through, and he'd been listening to all the music, and ours just kind of happened, and he listened in, and he was drawn to it, and he said like right there he knew that he wanted us on the tour, and so he brought it back to the guys, and they all collectively said, gave him the go ahead. So it was just that song, and he told us we didn't have anybody politicking for us. It was just he saw the submission come through, listened to the music, and genuinely enjoyed it. So.
And how does that make you feel?
It's just incredible, really, that somebody would take a chance on us just because of the song.
Lucky.
Yeah.
It's kind of how you'd hope it would be with those kind of things, but it's not usually that way.
It's usually,
but to have it happen that way is just really cool. It's my personal favorite song we've released too. It's really cool to see it do something like that for us.
Right. Well, it's crazy that song, you have the single, and then you have a band like Safety Suit that's been around for quite some time, and then they hear it and they're like, yep, that's the one. Yeah. But sometimes that's what it takes. You probably didn't know at the time when you wrote it that, that's going to be. So what, kind of tell me your inspiration for writing Genesis and where that came from.
So I don't know. The group,
yeah, Cody's.
It gets dark, but the group kind of collectively, weirdly and subconsciously, we
feed off each
other's
lives
kind of,
and stuff that happens. And
yeah.
I had a serious breakup with my ex. She actually chose to be a lesbian after 6 years of dating. It was a really weird thing that I kind of saw coming, but not really. I wasn't prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the deep-seated inspiration for it. And you could hear it in like the pre-chorus and stuff, like "Tell me why you're losing direction" and stuff.
You kind of got music vomited out in one day.
It was
we wrote it in
really
one day.
So I mean, and it was just strange because like the way the lyrics came together, the way that like the feeling of everything came together, it was just when we spent so much time with each other that it inevitably, this band and everything, it's a marriage, and it is. We're just inexplicably and crazily intertwined, and that's why that song exists. And I'd like to think that hopefully we were there for you in some way, but because Cody has definitely been there for us, and luckily the music is something that we're able to pour that into.
I was going to say, that's what's great about, although you have these experiences and whether you choose to accept them or how you choose to handle them, it's great that you can put your raw emotions into a song, that you guys just kind of organically came together and were able to do that so quickly. I think that's rad, and sometimes that's hard for people to do, is come out and be like, this is what happened, here's my situation, everybody listen to it, you know what I mean? And I think it kind of sets some kind of exposure of yourself, of who you truly are, to fans and whatnot, but those usually are the songs that people connect with, as Safety Suit did, so I think that's rad. And then you have another single out as well.
Yeah, that one's called Overdose. That was also kind of really the result of one night too.
Fastest song.
Oh, that was
ever,
really
right?
It was
fast.
super quick.
Maybe 3 hours.
I know we did the demo vocals in like 20 minutes, and
It was getting late and we didn't want to disturb the neighbors. So
Yeah.
I just
So you're like,
do
"Let's
it all
go."
in one take and then said we're done.
yeah, and there's actually there's vocals in the actual track that are Kydee in the bridge that are from that little 20-minute
He had like
session.
one chance at it.
Yeah, and he just nailed it, and it made it into the final song. And again, that was one that just it happened completely quickly. I know that
I think
the chorus came together. I was just singing this, and Kydee immediately was just like, "What if it went like this?" Lyrically, and then we just took it, and it became a song in like a few hours.
Right on. So you guys seem to collaborate quite a bit lyrically and with your instruments.
Yeah.
How and that seems to work pretty smoothly for you. You said it's like a marriage, but
Yes.
so what comes
Got the
first?
fun
Lyrics, drums, guitar.
Usually we start with
different every time.
Usually we start with some kind of musical instrument, whether it's drums and/or keyboards or bass, and then build from there. And they'll work on a lot of lyrics and melodies while I'm kind of chugging along at the track, and they'll give me feedback, and kind of just gets done.
So do you guys ever assist with lyric writing or anything like that? Or be like, hey, can we add this in the song?
It's 98% them. No, we don't need to go there. They write 98% of the lyrics.
Wait, what were you saying, Kydee? I want to hear this.
I can't even remember what it was.
It's that's all right. It's I Need a Life.
Oh yeah,
This is important.
I need a life.
Yeah.
The tag, I need a life.
It's
I need
not.
a
It's
life.
not in a song that'll ever maybe make it out. I don't know,
I
but
hope
that,
it does
I don't think
someday.
so.
maybe. But that was Sam's contribution. He's like, I need a life, and we're like,
Nailed it.
We do need lives.
Totally wrote it in there. Yeah.
So yeah.
I know. Cool. Well, that's awesome that you guys work so well together and that your songs are just, like I said, organic and flow. And like I had mentioned earlier, as I saw you guys live on stage, and I was just like, damn, who is this band? Like, this is awesome. And then I started like looking you up and whatnot. And like I said, rad dance moves. Do you mind if I call you out and ask you for some right now? Is that cool?
I gotta do it. See,
Come on, we
I
have
gotta
to
flail
do
a
it.
little bit.
I'm not asking you to sing, I'm asking you to dance. Come on.
Shimmy dog, shimmy.
It's this thing that's like, well,
Dude, Running Man.
I don't.
It
It's
is the
basically
Running
I
Man.
don't.
I'm
I
out
don't
of
pull
the
this
way.
one out on stage, but I just I do this for
Kick
fun
me in the face.
specifically,
Oh,
and then I just kind of give it one of these, and then I.
It's almost like Elvis Presley, but not
Sorta,
quite there.
It's just really bad, and then
Forrest
and then I
Gump
just kind of I just like do that shuffle thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
And then like the hair flails around. And
Yeah.
that's kind of the that's like the gist. That's it. It's just different angles and then like different heights of which I shuffle and do the thing. And
Yeah.
I just break it down
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
like that.
So,
Most of I know most of that was kidding, but actually
no,
was
it
on
really
on
was.
stage.
I saw it. I did.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
if
it's
any
it's
viewers
it's
saw that.
good that you vibe with your music. Like I think too. I noticed all the fans were getting into it. I'm like, I don't even know if they're here for you or you know what I mean. Some of them know you, but all of them were just like,
We're here for us.
No.
well,
We don't really know anyone here. Yeah, this is a.
hi, I'm Kydee. Nice to meet you.
You know,
We know Kydee.
prior to the show.
Yeah, but yeah, I noticed like you had the fans vibing with you, and like for me, for sure, I was like, yeah, like get it. Like I love music that you can get into and dance with. So, like I said, your music's awesome, and then on top of that, you guys put on a stellar show. So for those of you who want to check them out, they're on what listening platforms? You guys on iTunes, Spotify, anything like that?
Spotify,
Yeah, just all of them.
SoundCloud, Pandora.
Apple
Don't
Music.
forget Tidal.
Apple Music, Tidal,
Title.
Right on.
everywhere.
So,
Music can be found.
And you guys got a Facebook page as well, I'm assuming?
We do.
Facebook, Insta, Snapchat,
Instagram's
Twitter.
hot right now, though.
Instagram is hot.
There you
Hit us
go.
on that Instagrams.
Yeah,
That's
so
why the
look
kids
them
are.
up because they are awesome. And if
At
you haven't
Armors.
seen them perform live, check them out live. Armors, once again, joining me on Beyond the Band. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode with Armors, be sure to tune in next Friday at 11 p.m. as we sit down with their tour mates, Safety Suit.